Just over a year ago, on July 13th, 2024, the nation watched in shock when gunfire erupted at a Donald Trump campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. The former president was rushed off stage, and what the FBI later confirmed was an assassination attempt left one rally-goer dead and others wounded. Federal investigators quickly classified it as a domestic terrorism case, describing the gunman as someone who had studied famous political attacks and left behind notes and photos that pointed toward violent intent. The incident was one of the most serious attacks on a US presidential candidate in modern history. It raised alarm about political violence, online radicalization, and whether America was crossing into an era where disagreements are no longer settled with words, but with weapons. Fast forward to September 2025. Another tragedy shook the conservative movement. This time, Turning Point USA co-founder Charlie Kirk was targeted while speaking at Utah Valley University. In the middle of his speech, a shot rang out from a rooftop nearby. The 31-year-old commentator collapsed on stage and later died. Law enforcement moved quickly. Surveillance footage showed a suspect leaving the scene, and within days, police had arrested a 22-year-old man after his own father reported that he had admitted to being the shooter. According to investigators, the suspect left behind troubling online messages and even markings on the weapon that suggested a political motive. But as of now, authorities stress they are still analyzing evidence to confirm whether this was a premeditated political act or something more personal, fueled by anger and radicalization online. When you look at these two events side by side, the attempt on Donald Trump's life and the killing of Charlie Kirk, it is easy to see why so many Americans feel there as a coordinated effort to silence voices on the right. But here's what the facts show. These were violent acts carried out by individuals. Yes, their motives appear political. Yes, they left behind disturbing writings and online posts. But investigators haven't proven that either was part of a larger organized conspiracy. What we do know is this. Suspects in both cases had engaged in online communities where extremist ideas spread quickly. Investigators believe those spaces may have played a role in shaping their thinking, though personal grievances and access to weapons also played major parts. The consequences go far beyond the suspects themselves. These tragedies have forced the country to confront big questions. Are political leaders' words fueling violence? Are social media platforms doing enough to prevent extremist content from spreading? And perhaps most importantly, how do we protect public figures and the audiences who gather to hear them, without closing off the very idea of open debate and free speech? Reactions have been sharp. Political leaders across the spectrum condemned both attacks, but debates quickly ignited. Some argue heated rhetoric is pouring gasoline on already dangerous fires. Others warn against restricting speech, saying it's the violent actors themselves who must be held accountable. As investigations continue, prosecutors are expected to reveal more through charging documents, search warrants, and digital evidence about what truly motivated these attacks. Universities, event organizers, and tech companies will also face pressure to rethink security and online moderation in the wake of these incidents. The bottom line is this. We are seeing a disturbing rise in political violence. From the rally grounds of Pennsylvania to a university stage in Utah, public figures are being targeted and audiences are left shaken. Whether these acts are isolated or part of a bigger pattern, one thing is clear. America is facing a test. Can we disagree passionately without turning disagreement into bloodshed? This isn't just about Trump or Charlie Kirk. It is about whether the nation can hold together through one of the most polarized chapters in its history.